From my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene, because he know what's going on in that parking lot.
Same thing I did. I mean, I did that. I was on the other side.
You see the clip when he was live?
Okay, but...
And they said justice for Nip? Wait.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
And what did he do? He started laughing, your brain.
Big U just got thrown behind bars. And guess what? Blacc Sam finally broke his silence, dropping some wild claims that connect Big U to the deadly setups of Nipsey Hussle and PnB Rock. For years, whispers floated around about Big U being involved, but he always shut it down quick with loud denials. Now with his arrest and indictment splashed all over the news, those old rumors are back louder than ever. Big U's staring down some brutal charges: conspiracy, extortion, and packing illegal heat. If he gets convicted, he could be locked up for life. But here's the real bombshell. Blacc Sam, Nipsey's own brother, just threw out a jaw-dropping claim that Big U's been hiding some deep, dark secrets.
But there was a lot of big politics getting into it with certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood, and Hussle frontline that. And, you know, we felt like certain people didn't like it.
And you better believe there's a lot of people popping bottles over Big U getting cuffed. Leading the celebration, none other than Blacc Sam himself. Ever since Nipsey was gunned down in broad daylight, Sam's been saying loud and clear that Big U not only set up the hit, but might also be tied to the downfall of other artists too. This whole situation is getting crazier by the minute. Nipsey Hussle was heartbreakingly taken from us at just 33 years old on March 31st, 2019. He was gunned down right in front of his own Marathon clothing store. Eric Holder got busted for the crime, but the streets have been whispering for years that Big U might have been the one who paid Eric off to do the dirty work. And get this, word is Eric Holder might be getting ready to flip and throw Big U under the bus to shave some years off his time. Some even say he's already been working with the feds to help build their case against Big U. The feds have apparently had Big U under the microscope for over 2 years now, so Eric switching sides ain't even that far-fetched. Now, Big U has always tried to shut down any rumors linking him to Nipsey's death.
Statement about to come out probably like 2 days.
Statement from who?
Eric.
How do you know that in advance? So you're saying by the time this is out?
Hold on, wait.
Listen.
So you're saying we should race this one out?
Wait.
No, I'm just saying.
Following this story throughout the day, federal officers arrested more than a dozen members tied to the gang known as the Rollin' 60s Neighborhood Crips, though its leader was on the run. Well, within the last 20 minutes, the FBI announcing that man, Eugene Henley Jr., a.k.a. Big U, is now in custody. He was facing a max sentence of life in federal prison. We are told that he should be in court.
When he popped up on Drink Champs, he made it crystal clear there was no beef between him and Nipsey. At least, according to Big U. Big U tried to brush off all the drama, saying it was just people clout chasing off Nipsey's tragic death. He made sure to point out that Eric Holder Jr. wasn't just some random. Nipsey actually knew him.
What bothers me the most when people say he got killed by one of his own homeboys.
Right.
Well, at some point, he wasn't his homeboy.
Right.
Because he's like, you ain't supposed to be here.
Right.
If you fire somebody from Drink Champs,
Right.
and then pull back up to Drink Champs while y'all filming, you're going to be like, wasn't that a disgruntled employee?
Right.
That means he wasn't the homeboy.
Right.
Like, so they need to dead that.
According to Big U, there was no giant conspiracy. It was something personal between them. But here's the thing. The official story claims Eric popped Nipsey over a snitch comment. Yet, it still doesn't explain why Big U's whole vibe that day was so shady. He was lurking around the area where Nipsey got taken out, and his story about where he was kept switching up, no one could pin down exactly where he was, who he was chilling with, or what he was really doing. And don't forget, right before Nipsey passed, he had just walked away from a deal with Big U's label. That alone had people giving Big U the serious side-eye. Then, when it came time for Nipsey's funeral, Big U was nowhere to be seen, not even to show respect. But what really lit the internet on fire? Big U got caught laughing on a live stream when someone commented, "Justice for Nip."
Justice for Nip.
Your boy would have been there like, yeah, you got it.
You did. You did.
After that moment, the whispers turned into straight-up accusations. Folks started flat out saying Big U was the one who called the hit. Things got even messier when Big U's old ally, Loose Cannon, popped up on the No Jumper podcast and dropped a bombshell. He claimed Big U hit him up before the shooting even went down, already thinking Nipsey was gone. That's crazy, but it didn't stop there. Blacc Sam turned up on Big Boy's show and dropped what sounded like a major hint, suggesting Eric Holder might not have pulled this off alone. According to Sam, Holder first rolled up to the Marathon store just lurking, like he was scoping the whole scene out. Sam said something felt way off that day. None of Nipsey's usual security was posted up like normal.
And had a conversation, probably seen nobody was in the doorways, checked Hussle had on shorts, checked everybody else, left. They say came back with a red shirt on, tiptoed through the alley and went right and started. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when it come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into it.
Then, after dipping out for a bit, Holder came back rocking a red shirt. And if you know the streets, you know that's mad suspicious in a Crips neighborhood where red is a huge no-go. And just like that, in a flash, Holder walked straight up to Nipsey, and the shots rang out. According to Blacc Sam, Big U was heated because Nipsey pulled a bold move. He shot a music video with DJ Khaled and John Legend right in their neighborhood without checking in first. And if you know LA, checking in ain't a choice. It's like paying taxes when you touch down in certain hoods. Big U ran that whole operation heavy. If you were a rapper not born and raised in the streets, you had to tap in with him, or you were asking for trouble, getting pressed, robbed, or even worse. But Nipsey, he didn't play by those rules. He brought DJ Khaled straight into Compton. No heads up, no phone calls, no green light, just rolled up and filmed the whole video like he owned the block. Skipped the whole extortion-style check-in like it was nothing. Word on the block is Big U wasn't having it at all. He was straight up furious. Some folks even claim he tried to crash the shoot, sending gang members to stir up chaos, but it didn't go how he planned. The move flopped, but just a few days later, Nipsey was gone, shot right outside his own store in LA. And crazy enough, this whole check-in or else culture didn't just end with Nipsey. It played a role in the loss of PnB Rock too. PnB Rock's death rocked the entire hip-hop world to the core.
It was like, damn, bro, you just came out here like it was just me and him. Me and him went to the projects. He like, bro, like you ain't got no security and none of that shit. Tripping. And it's like, bro, I got security, but I don't got security. You feel me? Like, I be on my shit too. You feel me? So I be on angles. I'm already watching everything that's going on. So it's gonna be kind of hard for you to get me because I used to do the same shit.
He was gunned down in cold blood on September 12th, 2022, while eating at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles with his girl. It was supposed to be a chill meal, but it turned into a tragedy. One of the biggest theories floating around about PnB Rock's tragic death is that he refused to check in with the gangs out in Los Angeles. Some people think PnB felt like he didn't need to follow street rules since he was in his own city vibe, but others say that stubborn move might have set him up. Rocking expensive jewelry and flashy cars made him a walking target that day. The basics of what happened are no secret. PnB Rock lost his life while grabbing a bite at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in South LA. Reports said a 17-year-old, supposedly sent by his father, Freddie Trone, pulled the move. Trone later got hit with a life sentence for his role in that cold-blooded setup. But what really had folks' heads spinning was what Loose Cannon revealed after the dust settled. In an interview, Loose dropped a heavy bomb, claiming that he and Big U were at that same Roscoe's on the exact same day PnB was gunned down. Right. Crazy, right? So did Big U ever say anything back? Yep. After all the backlash started catching fire, Big U finally spoke up. He straight up denied having anything to do with what happened to PnB Rock. When people pressed him about it, he brushed it off, saying something like that could have happened to anybody out there. But here's the crazy part. Big U never actually denied being at Roscoe's that day. He didn't confirm it either. Just stayed real slick with his words.
The part about it is I was at Roscoe's when it happened.
You know, dude was like, he wanted that chain. He said no. And boop, boop, no questions asked. And just took it and bounced.
But he stood on his business, but then it ultimately costed his life. And then people don't have to understand the kid was only 17 years old. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just different.
And to top it off, he used the moment to defend the whole check-in system out in LA. According to Big U, it's not about shaking people down or running extortion games. He says it's about safety and showing respect, especially in a city where street politics run real deep. But here's the wild rumor that's been making the rounds. People are saying Big U might have known PnB Rock was moving light that day with no real security.
I don't think nobody is safe. I know dudes right now from LA who are actual gang members who have been robbed for their jewelry. Who really real, like, if he ever find out who did that, he gonna knock everybody down.
And there's talk he could have set up the whole thing, staging a robbery that spiraled way out of control. After PnB Rock's death, one thing had fans and critics buzzing. Why was he even in a dangerous spot with expensive jewelry, a flashy ride, and no bodyguard in sight? It didn't add up.
Any real dude that's ever really been in LA, he checked in. Any real dude that's ever been in Atlanta, he checked in. If you moving and you getting money, you gonna check in because you need to know the right places to be and places not to be. That's a businessman. So I mean, but shit, some people feel like I am who I am. To speak to I don't want to say his name, PnB Rock.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's the case with him. I think he was living here so long, he felt like he knew the place, and that's good. You know what I mean? I don't think his situation is a checking in situation. He been living here, he know the people, he kind of know how to move. He just got caught slipping, if you ask me. Could happen to me tomorrow. So I don't think his is a real, like, quote unquote checking in and not checking in.
Gotcha.
Because when you move here and you now call this home, shit, you checked in. You like, this home. I ain't no visitors no more, like I live with y'all.
PnB Rock had always kept it real about not wanting security around him. He was vocal about it, saying he preferred moving low-key and handling whatever popped off by himself. Even though moving without security might have made PnB Rock feel powerful, it ended up leaving him wide open for danger. This theory picked up even more steam after people started digging into Big U's reaction to PnB's death during interviews. Big U came off disturbingly cold when talking about it, barely showing any emotion at all. And for a lot of folks, that coldness set off some serious alarm bells. People started believing Big U didn't want artists to check in for their own safety. They think it was all about control. According to some, Big U's real game was knowing exactly who was rolling into LA and when, especially high-profile names like PnB Rock and Nipsey Hussle. It gave him a way to keep tabs on them and maybe even plot their downfalls behind the scenes. Now that Big U's locked up, Blacc Sam is speaking loud, saying justice is finally coming for both Nipsey and PnB Rock. And trust, the internet is riding hard with him on this one.
About someone being mad about the DJ Khaled video has to be Big U. What Blacc Sam did, he talked about certain things without talking about certain people.
With Big U locked behind bars, people are coming out the woodwork, telling stories they were too scared to say before. Old friends, street legends, and even folks from the music industry are starting to spill. And it's painting a real ugly picture. Rumors are flying that Big U had way more pull behind the scenes than anybody thought. Some say he had a whole network, movers and shakers who made sure things went his way, no matter who got hurt. If you crossed him or didn't show the proper respect, it could cost you everything, your career, your freedom, even your life. Now that he's facing serious time, a lot of people feel safer finally connecting the dots out loud. It's like a big dirty secret that everybody knew, but nobody wanted to say first. And Blacc Sam, he's not holding back anymore. He's saying straight up that the streets know what went down, and now it's finally time for all the pain and betrayal to come to light. Social media is blowing up too. People are calling for full investigations into not just Nipsey and PnB's deaths, but a whole lot of other shady moves that Big U might have had his hands in. As the pressure mounts, Big U's old connections are scrambling. Some trying to lay low, others trying to flip before the feds come knocking. Word is, the investigation is way bigger than anybody thought. It's not just about Nipsey and PnB Rock anymore. It's about years of power moves, backdoor deals, and street politics gone dirty. Sources close to the case are saying the feds got wiretaps, witness statements, and maybe even some old allies ready to testify just to save their own necks. Big U's name is tied to a long list of shady business. And now that he's sitting in a cell, people ain't scared to say it out loud anymore. Meanwhile, Blacc Sam is pushing for the full truth to come out, no matter how messy it gets.
Getting too much detail, but there was a lot of big politics getting into it with certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood. Not to be speaking too much on but we came flying like we always do. And you know, niggas gonna know we gonna crash out behind it. Back, we not playing, ain't nobody saying nothing to Khaled, ain't nobody doing nothing to Khaled, and he's straight. And Hussle frontline that. And you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that. And did the video. Khaled got out of there perfect and he was smooth, and you know, we appreciated Khaled for showing up and coming to the hood and doing the video. And you know, we knew that this was gonna be one of them videos, man. Hussle brought DJ Khaled to the hood. And you know.
He's been telling folks that Nipsey tried to walk away from the street games for good, but some people just couldn't let him go that easy. Now, with Big U's empire crumbling, the streets are buzzing louder than ever. Every day, new whispers are surfacing about people Big U supposedly crossed, artists who vanished from the spotlight, deals that mysteriously fell through, and beefs that ended way too deadly. It's like folks are finally putting the pieces together, and the picture they're seeing ain't pretty. Some are even saying Big U ran a silent operation for years, deciding who could eat and who had to starve in the music game in the streets. Old beefs are being dug up, and names we haven't heard in years are popping back up with crazy claims. There's a growing list of people who say they got pressured, threatened, or set up when they didn't play by Big U's rules. Meanwhile, Blacc Sam's voice keeps getting louder. He's calling for a real cleanup of the industry and the streets, making it clear that Nipsey's dream wasn't just about music, it was about freedom from this kind of dirty power. The city's holding its breath, waiting to see what bombshell drops next. With Big U locked up, it feels like a whole new chapter is about to start. One online user didn't hold back, posting, "Look at him," making it clear people gotta check in. He's probably behind every single robbery that happens in LA. Another jumped in writing, "Extortion, extortion, extortion. If you're a hip-hop artist or entertainer, you better hire yourself some real security, period." And it didn't stop there. Someone else added, "I agree. Big U was severely jealous of Nipsey's success." Man, people are speaking loud, so now I gotta ask you, what do you think about all this? What's your take on Big U's arrest? Could it be way bigger than what they're telling us? Even though he ain't been officially charged yet, what if the rumors are true and dudes like Eric Holder started snitching just to cut deals and shave time off their sentences? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I want to see what everybody's thinking. And while you're here, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe so you don't miss a beat, and light up that notification bell too. Go ahead and tap on the next video. Trust me, it's just as wild and you don't want to miss it. See you there.